going over optimization problems in biomedical. Need some help debugging some code, and we're always there to help out. And then on the 31st at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we have the submission deadline. So at that point, we will not be taking in any more submissions. Again, all of these events prior to the submission deadline, of course, are optional, but we highly recommend that you come in to either get help or get help getting some ideas. Yeah, so we have 3 tracks of submission, which I'm sure some of you guys have seen on the dev post. So the first one is novice, and this is intended for students that have less than 1 year of experience in coding. And we're expecting submissions of a working prototype and a 2-minute video pitch, which kind of pitches your prototype along with kind of what are the next steps. And then the prototype does need to have code. So we're going to require a GitHub repo link, public GitHub repo link, so we can look at your code. Similarly, in the advanced, we're looking for a polished product. Deployment is not necessary, but we do want to see something that has a good user interface, is ready to be deployed in the market. And it's intended for people who have more than 1 year of experience in programming. Finally, the Ideathon is just a project pitch competition. So we're just looking for an idea that you may not think is feasible for you to implement in the time frame given for the competition. We're looking for a 2-minute video pitch prototype along with an optional mock-up, maybe a Figma design or some sort of drawn-up app interface, right? So you guys are free to submit to either the novice or advanced hackathon, but not both. But in addition to a hackathon submission, everyone is free to participate in the Ideathon as well. Also, just one note: if the judges have felt that you've misplaced your submission, as if like a polished product has come into the novice hackathon where you've deployed and it's ready for market, they may replace it into another category just to avoid and just to keep the competition fair to all participants. So now we're going to go over some of the judging criteria. So for the novice hackathon, it's intended for students who have less than a year of programming experience, like I said. So we're not expecting these to be heavily polished or intricate products. The submissions will be evaluated on the following criteria, which you can always reference on our dev post. The creativity and innovation of the idea. How novel is the idea you're pitching? The impact, right? Like how impactful is what you're pitching? How impactful is it, and what is the potential to scale, which is another point of our evaluation. Additionally, we'll be looking at the presentation. What is the quality of presentation? How did you pitch your idea, and how does it come across to us, along with the overall idea quality. Here, code is required, so we're going to ask you again to send your public GitHub repository link in addition to your presentation video. Similarly, for the advanced hackathon judging, everything is fairly similar. Again, it's meant for people with more than 1 year experience of coding. So if you do have more than 1 year of experience coding, you should be submitting in this division. The end result should feature a fully developed application or product. Whether or not it's deployed is fine, but we do want to see something where you've thought through the user interface and it's ready to go into the market. And then here, the submissions will be evaluated on a similar criteria where creativity, innovation, impact, presentation, the potential for scalability and the overall idea are still there. But we're also going to be looking at the user experience and, how did you optimize your UI and how did you reduce the number of clicks that a user has to have? How efficient is it? How pleasing is it to the eye, right? And similarly, we're going to ask for that same video and along with the GitHub repo here as well. I'm going to pass it over to Jerry to go over the Ideathon evaluation criteria.
So the final of our 3 divisions is the Ideathon. And in this event, all the students will create and then present an idea. So the Ideathon provides students with the opportunity to showcase and present their ideas. And the ideas will be judged based on creativity, effectiveness, feasibility, and quality of presentation. For submission, everyone will create a video that is at most 2 minutes long, in which you will introduce the target problem and present your idea to solve the problem. Please remember to upload the video to YouTube after you submit it. CSYA Hacks Judges. The judges for this hackathon will include professors and software engineers from many companies. The first judge is Zhao Tan, who is a professor at the University of California, Riverside. The second judge is Harry Kim, who works at Savi Controls. The third judge is Suraj Dharumpam, someone who works at Google as a software engineer. Guest speakers. Although these guest speakers are optional, we heavily ask you to join the speakers' lectures in order to help gain ideas and experience. So on July 29th will be our first speaker, David Duran. He is a former EMT and firefighter who decided he wanted to enter the software engineering world, and he is currently a software engineer at Zootopia Social Network. Our second speaker will be Dr. Palash Shashital. He is a postdoctoral research associate at Princeton University, and he is working on biomedical and healthcare applications in his research.
Yeah, okay, guys. So to reward all of your hard efforts, we prepared about $115,000 in total prizes, and here are some prizes like that you can win. You can win Amazon gift cards, Cascade Premium, Wolfram Alpha One Pro Edition, Brilliant, and membership, and much more. You'll be able to find the details on the prizes link after we send out this presentation to you guys afterwards. And on our website, you will see that we only told you guys what each winners will win. But note that every winning team member will be able to receive like the respective subscriptions. The gift cards have to be split among the team. Next slide. Yeah, and to give you guys like an announcement, so after this hackathon, you guys will still have more opportunities to be able to stick with CSYA. So right now, CSYA is offering this chapter representative opportunity. So it is geared towards students who are interested at starting their own computer science club at their own high school without having to deal with the hard logistics or like we're just developing their own curriculum. So that's something by joining our CSYA chapter, we'll be able to provide with you all of that. And then if you're interested, please email csya.edu@gmail.com. And when you get selected, you will just gather about 10 plus students to be able to teach them and share with them like, your CS lesson plans, like and as well to like go through with them like project by project basis like, on a weekly basis. And then you will just get the lessons from CSYA curriculum. And then at the end, just send us like a quick report on what you guys have achieved, and then we will be able to assist you then. If you're interested again, please email csya.edu@gmail.com. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to the end of our slideshows. If you haven't already, please join our Discord server. So most of our communication and announcements will be taking place there. On top of that, when you guys have any questions regarding submissions, just your code in general, if you guys want to share ideas, if you have questions about your ideas, we have forums and also Discord channels for you guys to talk and discuss. We will also have our full-time board on the Discord server, always ready to respond to your questions and to also give you suggestions and help you with your projects. So please join Discord servers. The link is here. I'll also send it in the chat in just a little bit. Does anyone have any questions? I'll keep the chat open. You guys are also free to unmute. But yeah, that's the end of our quick slideshow for today. Here, I think I have a question slide, but yeah. If you guys don't have any questions, you guys are free to go. However, at 11:30, we have David Duran giving a talk about his experience as an EMT worker and also as a firefighter, and also about his job as a software engineer. So this can give you a lot of ideas or also help you with your current ideas in the healthcare aspect, as he's someone that's super experienced in this field. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Duran. When can we start developing our projects? Oh, yes, you guys are free to start now. The hackathon submissions are open from 13 minutes ago. But you guys are free to start working on your projects. If you guys are looking for, yes, you can start now. If you guys are looking for a team, we also have a team finding channel or Discord where you guys can link up with other members, DM them, and start a team there as well. Do we need to register a team? Yes, there is a registration for teams on the dev post, I believe. You can also add the team after you create a project as well. So there's a bit of flexibility. Do you need to code a specific language and can we only use GitHub? No, you're free to use whatever language that you would like. However, we do ask you to use GitHub to submit your code, just so we can keep it uniform for all our submissions. Where can we find team members to work with? Okay, so on our Discord here, I'll send a Discord invite link right now. We have a channel dedicated for finding team members. Here, it's right here. What do you need to create, like a website or application? So, Monish, is this for like the ideathon or for the hackathon? For the hackathon, you will need to create some kind of product. So it can be a website or it can be an application. It does not have to be something like at least for the novice hackathon. It doesn't have to be a fully polished product. So it can just be like a program that does what it's supposed to do. However, for the advanced hackathon, it needs to be a polished product. It needs to be like a website or like a mobile application or something like that. How do you register a team? So to register a team, you will need to add your teammates on the dev post. Here. There is a link on dev post I'll send right now for the details. What about for the ideathon? What do you do for that? For the ideathon, you do not need to make a website or an application. You just have a good idea, present it. You can create a mock-up. So this can be like a design for your application or website on like Figma or something. But the mock-up is not required. We do ask that you create like a slideshow to help present your idea. For the idea, you don't need to write any code. You just need to have your idea, make sure it's pretty detailed, and you need to pitch it. You need to do both, right? Ideathon no, you can just submit for the ideathon or just submit to the hackathon, or you can submit to both of them. However, if you're entering a novice hackathon, you can't enter the advanced hackathon, and vice versa. Oh, the link above that I sent is for forming a team, I believe. Unless I sent the wrong link. At least like on dev post, how you add a team. Yes, you can do the novice hackathon and the ideathon.
Yeah, so if you guys don't have any more questions, you're free to hop off like for whatever, like 10 minutes or so until David Duran gives his talk. We hope you guys join back and do listen to that talk. I think it'll help you guys get some inspiration in terms of what healthcare idea or what healthcare problem to target. And it'll also be just a really interesting talk to participate in. But if you don't have any more questions for now, you can drop off or hang around here for the next 13 minutes.
Yeah, of course. Thank you everyone for coming in, by the way.